Intermittent Fasting Mastery, the practical guide to effortless weight loss and healing your body for men and women with autophagy. 16 to 8 fasting, 5 to 2 fasting, and 1 meal a day, or OMAD, and more. Written by Harriet Sinclair, narrated by Catherine Oconnor. Chapter 1. Introduction. You may have heard of intermittent fasting. It is the current health and fitness trend, and for good reasons. A lot of people talk about it, and many questions have been raised. Some say that it allows them to lose weight over long periods. Others say the idea is ludicrous. As far as we know, a lot of people use it to lose weight, improve their health, all within their own convenience. Many scientific studies have shown that intermittent fasting can have powerful effects on both your brain and body, not to mention that it may even improve your longevity. In this book, we will look into all the science behind intermittent fasting, how it works, all the common methods, which ones are for you, and much more about intermittent fasting. Without further ado, let us get into it. What is intermittent fasting? Intermittent, or IF for short, is more of an eating pattern than a diet because it involves an alternating cycle of fasting and eating. You just schedule your meals so that you can get the most out of them. That's it. You do not need to change what you eat to practice intermittent fasting, although it can maximize its effectiveness. More on that in a later chapter. What is more important is when you eat. Many studies show that intermittent fasting can help you lose weight, improve your metabolic health, improve your longevity, and strengthen your immune system. We will look into the science behind intermittent fasting and how it could combat obesity later. Since IF is an alternative eat-fast pattern, there are many approaches to IF, and the most notable difference among them is when you should eat and not eat. The great thing about IF is that it's a great way to get slimmer without going on a crazy diet you saw on the internet, or cut your daily calorie down to almost zero, making you feel miserable all the time. We all want a simple regimen we could stick to, and there's nothing simpler than intermittent fasting. Of course, while intermittent fasting is the easiest to follow, you will not see the results immediately. It takes time, but at least your weight loss is sustainable. You'll get all the health benefits without torturing yourself in the process. There are two main methods of fasting. The 16 to 8 is the most common form of fasting, which involves 16 hours of fasting and 8 hours of eating period. The other one is called 1 meal a day method, in which you fast for 24 hours at a time, only twice a week. There are other variations as well, and we will get to them. Looking at the 16 to 8 method, you may be thinking that you've done some form of fasting already, and that is correct. Does the term break one's fast sound familiar? That's what the word breakfast comes from. You break your fast, which lasted for the whole duration when you were sleeping. If you sleep for 8 hours a day, and we hope you do, then you've been fasting for 8 hours a day already. Looking at the 16 to 8 method, we can easily achieve that duration just by skipping breakfast. If you eat dinner at 8 p.m., then you just need to eat again at 12 a.m., considering it as your brunch. You'd already be fasting for 16 hours when you skip breakfast. See how simple it is? Now, if you're unfamiliar with intermittent fasting, you might think that it's unnatural and unhealthy. After all, how can skipping meals be healthy? It does sound counterintuitive, but all diets all involve moving more and eating less. For intermittent fasting, it's enough to just eat less. It's easier than you think, and many people have reported that they feel better and have more energy after fasting. Skipping a meal and resulting in hunger is not a problem either. While you may feel uncomfortable in the first few days of fasting, your body will adjust to the new routine quickly. The idea of intermittent fasting is to lower your calorie intake to achieve a weight loss effect, but not too much so that it slows down your metabolism and your body starts using up your muscle mass instead of your fat mass. Later in the book, you will realize that intermittent fasting is one of the simplest strategies because it requires little change in our daily behavior. Intermittent fasting is simple and easy enough so you can implement it seamlessly into your life while being effective enough for it to make a difference. Moreover, there is one more rule to alternating eat-fast periods. Most fasting regimens strictly prohibit eating anything during the fasting period. However, you can still drink
Sample complete. Ready to continue?